we put these radiator fans back in, we're going to fix up these shrouds for the fan housings and get them all sealed up better and riveted back together.
Nice.
One thing that's going to go right today. Got him.
We're replacing the D2 air governor. It's $20 a part or so. Easy to replace, and it's definitely something you want to carry as a spare. So we'll keep the old one as a spare. But it was doing some weird stuff, we think. So we're gonna get a new one here. We gotta make sure we get all the right ports plumbed in and everything. Some of them get plugs, etc.
Pressed at an angle.
So turn it a little bit. So that compression fitting is cocked on there. That's the one that was leaking really bad. It's not loose though, right? You can't spin it on there. It's totally compressed on there. All right, let's cut it off. Got it?
Think. This
needs to move around, right?
Man, I'm not trying to reach out back. You got it?
Yep. Can the whole thing come this way an inch or half inch? There.
Alright, so just like don't look at it funny, but it's in there.
We need to lift it up enough to spin this around now. Want to get a big
Pry bar?
pry bar? Yeah.
I'm with you, Scott. I don't like having my arms up over my head that long.
You don't clearly don't want to dodge. Mine's in.
So close.
Are you on the inside? Are you down in there? Or are you not?
I am, but it needs to come up and scoot it more back. I need to push it.
You all right? You all right there, Tom?
Stop for lifting the
Raise it
axle.
up.
Because the radius rod bushings were worn so much, the axle was no longer in alignment, even though we didn't move anything. So we got to move the axle back and get everything to line back up.
That.
So we had to use this socket. It was the last one that I had, 1 7/8", and I kept breaking. This one's cracked in multiple places. And we needed to get a bolt off, so we put these steel hose clamps on it just to hold it together long enough to get the bolt off. So that was kind of stupid.
It ain't stupid if it works, Boomhauer.
That crossed my mind. I didn't say anything, but it did cross my mind.
Stainless steel. We'll see how they
Nothing but the best. You want the only one part broken socket? Buddy?
Okay, you got your safety glasses on, right?
Yeah.
A little leak on that airbag there we gotta figure out. Okay, go ahead and step on, or release the parking brake. Release the parking brake. Step and hold on the service brake.
He's asking you to do that.
Tyler? Go over on the other side.
I like that sound better.
Okay. Here we go. Where's our air pressure gauge on this thing? Way down there. That's a weird spot.
Yeah, it's hard to see too.
So let's just do a leak test here. See if how we're doing over a minute's time. And looks like we already lost about 1 psi. Seconds into it. Turbo, quiet on the set, please.
The turbo's making noise.
That's holding pretty good. I guarantee you this bus never did that before.
Right.
Turbo, you gotta move. Daddy's gonna step on the brake.
Move your butt. Move your butt.
Okay, go ahead and step it and hold it.
I don't hear any noises anymore.
That was very impressive. Such a small air pressure gauge for how important air pressure is.
I know.
What?
You'll be the one doing it. Does your rear start controls work?
Rear start.
Do you want the tensioner off to start? The tensioner, do you want it off?
Where's that?
Okay.
See what's that?
Amazing how well those sealed themselves after a while.
Yeah.
Broke off in my hand the other day.
Yeah, that's another thing, transit version, you gotta get more push buttons for a turn signal.
This is that O-ring we're going to try to replace. Hopefully we've got something here that'll do it. So that's what the pin holds in. It's not much of a O-ring anymore, it's like plastic.
We good?
Yep. Is the brake set? Is that right? Cold weather start.
632 with the blower.
Switch on. As you heard the engine running there, you heard the idle. It was like cutting out a little bit and then jumping up and down. It's a ddec computer control. We didn't mess with anything with the computer at all on this. We read the codes on it. There was a code for a cruise control issue and a coolant overvoltage, coolant sensor overvoltage were the only two codes in it. Then we started thinking what it could be, and the only thing that we messed with, we only unplugged one sensor, which is the turbo boost sensor, and everything else with the computer we didn't even touch. But there was these wires that were smashed and sandwiched in that valve cover for years that we now removed from that environment.
So we went in there and pulled that wiring loom apart and separated those wires, and then everything instantly ran smooth and the idle was perfect, and so that solved that problem. But that's going to need to be addressed in the future.
Fancy.
I'm gonna get on the brakes just a little bit here.
Yep. Feel good, huh?
That wasn't even to the floor.
I know. Yeah, because my bed didn't hit the windshield. What's the light that just came on your dash there? One
That's the, when you hit the brakes, the stoplight. That's
Oh.
an MCI thing. Actually, the Eagles do it too.
Usually that means when there's a taillight out when that comes on when you step on
Mine does the same thing.
it. Are yours LEDs or anything?
No.
No.
Boy, that's a pretty flexible.
I heard you say that in the video.
He's got to say it every time I go by it, just to make sure it's on video.
I'm gonna stay in first gear going down the hill.
That's a good thing.
£120.
I would ride a little more brake than what you're doing. You're not used to having brakes, but let's use them.
Since you latched
Using all that brake, and I still got 120 pounds.
Is your Jake brake switch on, by the way?
It is not right now.
So it's just going to be, this is a work, just plugged in.
I'm gonna say running it off the brake here. I'm not feeling anything or seeing any light. Doesn't seem to be doing anything.
I can get on it just a little bit here. I want to. So your boost get up to 12. You can go a little slower and make me happier.
You said get on it.
Well, I said for a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, 5 minutes.
This road would be fine if you were in a sports car.
Yeah, this ain't a 4106.
And if I wasn't standing in a wheel well, worried about falling out the door.
We'll come back and get you. As long as you rolled clear.
So am I going
12.5 on the boost. Highest boost I saw. This normally would have been a bang bang. I'm assuming that was much improved, right?
Oh yeah. Real here anyhow.
Speed limit is 30 here, so I believe you're doing 60.
50.
Was your speedometer working?
Yeah.
Hey, we fixed it. Good job. Ride sure feels nice to me. Nice and smooth, comfortable. not bouncing up and down.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's ever been quite this smooth. The steer tires helped, but
Yeah, with those radius rod bushings as bad as they were, I mean, I had no doubt it would be a lot better ride. It was a lot of hard work to do it, but it needed to be done. Might have been the worst ones I've ever seen. They were definitely the worst steel-clad ones I've ever seen.
temperature's holding good. Oil pressure's always good.
Definitely need to fill the power steering fluid.
It's a little whiny.
We're putting up our Christmas tree.
I had a burger at that Three Sisters there the other day. It's pretty good.
I've heard people say it was good.
Hanging the ornament there.
I heard on the news Christmas tree prices are going way up this year.
Why wouldn't they?
Good thing I don't have to buy one.
Everything else is going up.
I haven't figured out where to put mine in here yet.
Kind of stay over to the left, it makes the right turn easier.
Don't worry, little buddy, we won't hit you much.
Yeah. Click your Jake brake switch back on.
I think that would throw up some kind of code on there.
You can go ahead and shut it back off. What is the beep? You changing gears?
Mm-hmm.
Is that-
Yeah. Just don't like lugging, man.
Nice smooth transition there.
Yeah, the TV makes a lot of noise up there.
When's the last time you changed your fuel filters?
May 19.
But you only did a few miles, right?
Huh?
You only done a couple thousand miles?
Yeah. Going back up the hill here?
Yeah. I'm just... I knew that turbo had some play in it.
Wasn't really getting a lot of black smoke though.
No, well, the ddec won't do that. It goes...
It'll just
It only fuels...
starve it for
It
fuel.
fuels by how much boost it sees. So it's never really giving you all the fuel it can to get you to the horsepower rating of your engine. Your boost really should be at least 4 or 5 psi higher. It should be closer to 20, but it definitely should be over 15.
which it may see a little bit higher when you're going 80 mile an hour on the interstate. 75. Where's this thing go?
72 is where it stops.
Okay. Climbing the hill will be a good time to look at your maximum boost, because that ought to, especially if you're down and low, that'll really. Trying to set a land speed record. 13.5. What I saw there. I'm about ready to fall.
21 mile an hour.
Oh my God! Yeah, you got like armor all on your steps here, I think. My feet were sliding. I was holding on for dear life.
I didn't even have time to mention that pretty far.
Holy shit!
God, should I come around this way?
No, that
No.
turn is too hard to make for you. A 35-foot bus, it's hard, so I would go left here. Oh God!
Probably didn't even look at the boost on that little run.
I did a 13.5, I think is what I said.
Got a little more, but not much.
Yeah. But the what'd you say? 22 miles an hour up the hill.
Well, that's before I let off that.
Oh, I know it had more. Trust me, I could tell it had more.
I was just running out of runway.
Just nose her up in here for now. There's a roller skate.
Well, our maximum throttle position sensor was only 76.4. Are you on it a little bit right now?
No, oh yeah.
Okay, that's right. Was 76.4. And so we got the grinder out, and we cut away some of the stop on the throttle pedal, and now if he steps on the throttle all the way, we have 100% throttle position sensor. Probably gonna take it for another test drive.
It's a nice looking flex right there.
Can Hank say it?
It sure is a nice looking flexible bus.
It has propane injection. Did you know that?
Propane injection. I'm proud.
No wonder you liked it. Speaking of which, I need to get a fresh tank before I get back on the road.
Save-A-Lot has the exchange,
Do they?
or the place down the road you can fill them. We get the hoses made. Gilbert's. We'll fill them. See how your acceleration feels. Feeling different or not?
I'd imagine. Did you read anything on the boost?
I was too afraid to look.
So not.
But if you could feel it, it felt more. It was.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it just kept going. All 400 horses. It's only
getting 362. Got off for you.
14.8, 15, 15.1, 15.4, 15.9. Yeah, you probably should. Holy shit. What do you think?
Made a difference.
How fast were you going? Allegedly?
I got up to about 60.
Yeah, right.
Speed limit. Just hit the speed limit. What's it now? I just got in there.
13.1,
Yeah, it feels pretty good.
13.3. It should, this kind of right here, performance, you should definitely feel it different.
A little more response.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot. Hope you get any ideas about hot rodding.
Couple of days, Scott will get a call. He goes, son of a bitch, I just got to speak to you.
Tyler said it'll still govern out if you know where it was.
Yeah, but it's just the fuel to get there faster. It's going to affect your acceleration and your passing. And momentum on hills and stuff like that, it'll really open it up. So if you were losing speed on hills before, you're probably not going to
It
now.
wasn't terrible, but
3/4 throttle is a big difference. Does your power steering always whine like that?
yeah.
I'm wondering if it's because it had that massive leak that it ran dry for a while.
Oh, probably.
This time I'll have you stop at the stoplight at the bottom of the hill. Put it in low gear and then just get on it from a stop, and that'll really give me an idea of your boost. So I'm gonna have to check throttle position sensor for everybody from now on, because that's, 2 out of the 5 or 6 that we've done. Who's gonna bet money on when Tom gets his first speeding ticket now? It's such a nice ride, you're not gonna realize how fast you're going.
Right.
Waits for me to look down to let off, and I about biffed. Just be safe.
You ain't gonna hit 20 in first gear.
You tried to cheat and go up to second. First gear would have really put me some numbers here. Just trying to set a land speed record. It's kind of a nice flex.
Kind of. No, I topped out. In first, I was only at
Yeah, but I wanted you to hang there
Oh,
as you went up the hill. It would have.
back down, dude. Again.
That's good. I mean, I think we saw like 16 pounds
Yeah.
boost going down the road. So when you get on the highway, you're going to see a similar number, and that's much improved. Generator smokes a little bit. Must be a Detroit. Yeah, the blue smoke is the generator. It's probably because it's cold. He just fired it up.